Do I have your attention now? Okay, good. Let's go ahead and get started with this Shinedown review. What is up, everybody? My name is Justin French, covering music for those who care, and right now take a look at the new album from Shinedown, this one called Attention. So I did a Ranked in Peace episode for those new viewers out there. That's basically my weekly ranking series where I rank a band or artist's worst or weakest album to their best. I'll put it above my head for those of you who are curious to see my thoughts on those records, but not to give too much away. The last two Shinedown records we've gotten haven't particularly blown me away. And I do have to say, with the singles that we've gotten from this album, Devil and The Human Radio, I saw a bit more promise here on this record because they sounded a bit more heavier. And I'm not going to talk about the singles very much too. I might just brief them up a little bit just because I already did videos on them, so I'll put them above my head as well. But Devil, I really did enjoy that. It's a really heavier cut from this record. One of the heavier cuts from this record, honestly. I really love the guitars, and the chorus just makes me sing along to it. And The Human Radio is probably my favorite out of the two singles. I really love the bass, the drums work really nice. I love Brent's vocals, and the chorus is very infectious. And the choir vocals near the end of the song, nice. Another interesting fact about this album is that it's supposed to be a concept record, a first for Shinedown. And the concept of Attention is supposed to be about a person who is struggling with negativity, looking to overcome it through personal struggle to become a positive person near the end of the album, which will end with Brilliant. And to be honest with you, that concept really honestly struck my attention the first time I read through it. So what are my thoughts on Attention? Well, I'll tell you one thing, Zach Myers wasn't lying whenever he said that this was going to be a heavier record than Threat to Survival was. And I will agree with that. I really love the tone of this record and how darker it is compared to that record. And the guitar tone, too, sounds really great. I think this has to be Zach Myers' best guitar work from the records that he has been a part of Shinedown with. And there are a couple moments here on this record where they kind of pull a fast one on you. You think that this is going to be more guitar-driven, more bassy, more pounding drums. It kind of retains a little bit of that style from Threat to Survival in its verses, especially on two tracks, Black Soul and Kill Your Conscience. Now, Kill Your Conscience, I think, does a nice job with the electronics, and I really dig the sound of it, especially with Brent's vocals. And then Black Soul really took some time to get used to. I am not a big fan of the verses. And for some reason, that first verse just doesn't sound very good in its mix. I don't know if it was a problem or anything like that, but the mix of the first verse just does not sound good in the opening too. But the chorus kind of redeems that a little bit. It's kind of something that I can sing along to, but besides that, and the guitar solo is very, very awesome. It's very fast, and besides those two things, it's not something that I'll probably be coming back to, as well as Attention, just because that track, the vocals, I was not really a big fan of, and they kind of just made me scratch my head like, why would they be doing that on this record? Another gripe that I do have to say about this record, and it's not a terrible gripe, it's just that I kind of do find this to be a bit annoying. And it's just that besides tracks like PYRO, the two singles, Devil and The Human Radio, and Evolve, every other song here on this record just starts off with something weird. I'm guessing it's an electronic effect, but for me, it just kind of gets annoying after a few listens to this record, in my opinion. I'm just like, what's to really think about when you're adding this to the beginning of the song? Now, usually, I'm not a big fan of intro and outro tracks whenever it comes to an album, but here, I really like the entrance just because it kind of sets the mood for what's to come with other tracks, starting with Devil. Oh, another fun fact about this album that I forgot to mention whenever I was doing the intro to this video. Did you know that all of the songs here on this album are getting music videos, and the guy that directed Beyonce's Lemonade is directing the videos for the songs here on this album? Pretty interesting, huh? Brilliant, I think, is a nice way to really end this album and bring the story to the end. And another thing that I like about it is it pulls a fast one on you, because for, I would say, the first 50 seconds of the song, you're expecting something a bit more slower because it's more of a slower song around that time. But no, it gets heavier and it gets faster near the end. And then it ends with some weird effect. It kind of sounds like almost an egg breaking or a cocoon or something like that. And then you have someone in the background, I'm guessing it's Brent, saying, "Until next time," which kind of brings the story in full force as the negative person is now more positive. Now, some moments here on this record where I feel like the concept really shines through in the lyrical department come on tracks such as Monsters, which kind of starts off with this clean chorus effect, I would say. Kind of reminds me of Seether's song Emotionless from their last album, Poison the Parish. Don't know why, it just reminds me of that. The only difference between those two songs, though, is that Brent doesn't sound like he's underwater compared to Sean. But I think Brent does have a nice vocal delivery here on the track. And then you have Creatures, which I love musically. Probably my favorite song here on this record. And I really love the acoustic guitars, and adding that string section into the chorus just makes it more beautiful. And then you have Special, which is more piano based compared to the other songs here on this record. And another fun fact. Wow, I've been doing this a lot in this video. This is the only song on the album that is in lowercase letters. Interesting. And then that song kind of leads into the last two tracks from this record, which are The Human Radio and Brilliant, and kind of comes to a conclusion there. So overall, I'm really enjoying more of the heavier sound from Shinedown compared to the last record, Threat to Survival. And the story for this record, from the entrance all the way up until Brilliant, is going to have you think at some point within this album, in my opinion. I really love the concept of it. And I will say, too, that I think this is pretty much the record where Zach Myers really shines through with his guitar work. Probably the best record he's done, and one of the best Shinedown records I've heard in their discography. Right now, I'd probably place it as my third favorite, at least at the moment. But anyways, y'all, my rating here on this record is going to be, I'd say, good 7 out of 10. And I'm also enjoying Brent's vocal performance besides Black Soul, and the production here sounds listenable besides the first verse in Black Soul again. But overall, really enjoyed this record. Anyways, what are your thoughts on Attention? Attention, definitely comment in the comment section down below. And anyways, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you all for watching this video. As always, thanks to Infinity on Hannah for these awesome designs. If you want to subscribe to my channel, you can click right over there to catch up on more content on this channel. If you want to see a previous video that I did, you can click right over there to see that video. And if you want to follow any of my social media links, they are linked down at the bottom. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope to see you soon.